And you know this, Amy. Yeah, check it out. Port Canaveral looking good. I was just talking to Bob Fryer in the break about these ships here that are looking all majestic. Looks like a floating condo complex, doesn't it now? Look at all those rooms and everything so alive down there right now as folks are coming in and out and getting ready for the day ahead. And if you are leaving on a cruise maybe today, seas looking pretty good locally, just over our offshore waters at about 3 to 4 feet. And I call it tolerable out there, so enjoy yourselves. Dense fog advisory till about 10 this morning for all the shaded counties in our viewing area. It's Marion and also out to Flagler County, and that continues. Pretty high tempo of fog now developing over northeastern Florida and back out toward and north of the Big Bend region into the Florida Panhandle. Not shocking, not surprising in the least bit. The pattern we're in now actually dictates typically early fog, clearing process, warm afternoon, mildish overnights, and this is what we're going to see day in, day out. 60s out the door now. We're 74 down coast at beautiful Melbourne along the Space Coast, and dew points weighing in a little on the chunkier side, and it's not quite tropical, the local air mass, but we're kind of leaning in that direction. So again, with enough moisture in play and winds going pretty much dead calm through the overnight, a few other factors phasing in as well, you get that fog production, and that's what we're finding now out at the airport with a nice clearing trend. Mainly sunny, meaning a few high clouds may begin to move in as we get into the afternoon. That isn't shocking either, with high pressure offshore and the southeast breezes blowing over the coastal water. So we typically do tend to import a few coastal clouds, which make their way into the interior, meaning west of I-95. Current state temps now, what you see is what you get. General blend of 60s and 70s, and the winds locally are pretty calm, becoming a little more prominent and potent along the Brevard coast out of the east-southeast, and that is helping to raise the temperatures. But I tell you, it's looking at this map, it is a big footprint of dominating high pressure way out in the Atlantic. You see clouds coursing toward the Turks and Caicos in the southeast Bahamas, and then that southeasterly flow pushing gradually toward Florida and wrapping back around. So as that high builds in, notice the crescent shape to all the cloud cover coming up over Atlanta and then cascading, spilling, if you will, off the outer banks of North Carolina. That's the high locking in and keeping all the cold fronts away from our area. In fact, this warm air has built into almost the breadbasket of the nation here. You see Denver at 12. You come on over to this side, and it's a stark contrast. Big difference in temperatures now locally as you head across the United States. So front number one. Number two is a little more ill-defined. So each front that drops south essentially meeting its fate, so to speak, as it runs into this wall of tremendous high pressure and really warm temperatures down here across Florida. Model forecast shows us again that increase in clouds for the PM. Rain chances at a minimum this week. By Tuesday, tomorrow still at 0, about 20% coverage for you by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But in other words, in a big deal. So don't let that hinder any outdoor plans. Looking good all the way into next weekend, friends, with a solid 80s for highs and 60s for the overnight. Here's Krista now with Live Drive. Good morning.